Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button if you like what you see here, and be sure to send a comment my way. I love reading your guys' comments. And without further ado, today we're going to look at the How to Train Your Dragon Hidden World Toothless figure from the folks over at Spin Master. So yeah, looking pretty cool. So without further ado, let's roll the intro and get this figure review started. So before we take an in-depth look at the figure itself, I wanted to take a look at this really cool packaging. So it says DreamWorks How to Train Your Dragon The Hidden World. And there's the small Spin Master logo right there. You got Toothless there. You got a nice picture of Hiccup and Toothless. And then the other figures in the set. So of course we got a big picture of Toothless here because he's the dragon that we're going to be looking at. And then we got Hook Fang, the Monstrous Nightmare, Stormfly, I think the Deadly Natter, Meatlug, the Gronkle, and the Light Fury. So, yeah, pretty cool. So, I definitely want to pick up Hook Fang because he's the Monstrous Nightmare, and I thought he was always pretty cool because, like, he sets himself on fire, and it's, like, pretty cool. He was, like, one of the first dragons in the first movie. He was one of the first dragons to be seen in the first movie, and he was pretty badass. So, yeah. So that's the box, and let's take a look at the figure. Okay, so here we have Toothless on the dresser here, so we can get a good look at his wingspan, which I couldn't possibly show you when it's on my movie shelf because it's very cramped in there. So I got him up on top of my dresser here, so we can take a better look at those wings, which are really, really brittle, like really brittle. And as you can see, very loose. This wing seems to be okay. It's still kind of loose. And the head seems to be splitting away from the body. Like, it's not a very good put together figure, but I'm not expecting it to be. This figure is designed for kids. Spin Master specializes in making figures aimed at kids. So I'm not, expecting the greatest quality from a figure that's in a kid's line. But it is still pretty cool. Maybe we could get some How to Train Your Dragon figures more aimed at adult collectors, because I know that there's tons of young adults out there, like myself, who absolutely love this franchise. It'd be nice to get some better quality figures. But for what you get for, I'm assuming, $20, $10, $15, it's pretty good. I like the scaling on it, and the little spikes that he has on top of his head, and these fins on the back. Pretty cool. The one thing that I think is really out of place here is this fin. He has two of these fins. One of these should be missing. At least painted. They should have at least painted it a different color, so it could be accurate to the film. Because he lost one of these fins when Hiccup shot him down in the first film. But yeah, here he is. So I'm going to do some comparisons now with some other figures, other dragon figures I have in my collection. So let's do that now. Okay, so here is the Spin Master Toothless figure next to the Shalich, or however you pronounce it, the Shalich Dragon figure, or one of them that they produced. Pretty cool. And they're generally the same size. And here is Spin Master Toothless next to the How to Train Your Dragon 2 Cloud Jumper figurine. Yeah, as you can see, Toothless is obviously way bigger, but it's still good. A cute comparison that I wanted to do. Next up, we have the Gronkle figure or figurine next to Toothless. I wanted to do this one too because it's the other figurine I have. Looking pretty cool. I believe that there was this Gronkle, the Monstrous Nightmare, and the Deadly Natter also included in the set that this figure originates from. But pretty cool. They obviously, Toothless is way bigger, like I said before when I did the other one. And last up, we have the articulated Drogon figure from Game of Thrones. Looking pretty cool. So while this figure isn't the best figure you could get for How to Train Your Dragon, it is definitely a good figure to pick up for kids. I wouldn't necessarily, a collector would be interested in something like this. I mean, it's very cheap, very crappy. I mean, half the joints on this are loose or falling off, and it's not a very good figure. But definitely Definitely when there are some more How to Train Your Dragon figures that are more, aimed at collectors, you'll definitely know that I'll be picking up some. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Spin Master Toothless figure, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Do take care.